You guys probably can't tell. Like, there's not a lot of light in here. But if you get the right angle on me and I'm not wearing skinny sweatpants, it's kind of obvious to tell that I fucks with the zoo. Like, that is, I'm such a fan of the zoo. It's so good. I love the zoo. The zoo has changed, though. Like, I'm an adult. I go to the zoo now, and it's changed so much. When I was a child, you could take me to the zoo and drop me off at the penguins. That's all I wanted to see. Like, I was so dumb. I was like, I'm just gonna watch only penguins. I don't care about lions. Nope. Just leave me with the penguins. As an adult, that has changed so much. Like, now, like, I go to the zoo. Like, here, I'm not gonna pick on you, man. You, sir, right here. You go to the zoo. What's the best exhibit at the zoo? What exhibit do you have to see at the zoo? Lions. Lions are very fuck winnable. Not me. They're not the best exhibit. You right here, sir. You go to the zoo. What exhibit do you have to see? You're about to pick? Hell yeah. Even though like 2 seconds ago I said they weren't the best exhibit, it's cool. Don't sweat it. I put too much pressure on you. That's on me. I gotta take that one. R.I.P. Harambe. Let's give it up for him. I'll just tell you guys, the best exhibit at the zoo, and like they have them at every zoo. I don't know if they're like sanctioned by the zoo, but they're gonna have them at every zoo. The best exhibit at the zoo is gonna be the exhibit of white grandparents with mixed grandchildren. It is to die for. In the 50s. In the 50s, it would get you murdered. I love that exhibit because you can go to the zoo and you can tell immediately whether the white grandparents or the grandparents are like, oh, our child, that grandbaby is just such a blessing. We're so thankful to have our grandchild in our life. Or whether they're the grandparents that are like, you know, we didn't care for that Daquan guy to begin with when our daughter brought him home and said they were just dating. It's really easy to do, guys. Just go to the zoo, look around, boom, mixed kid. Do not say that out loud, white people. Very important. Do not say that out loud. Don't dare. Just look and notice it and like make eye contact with another white person and we see mixed. Okay, mixed kid. And then here's how you tell what they are. You look, boom. Grandfather has on a NASCAR t-shirt and he has a Confederate flag neck tattoo. That's a Daquan family, guys. Grandmother has Roll Tide across the back of a Rascal scooter. You get 2 points for them, Daquan. You really infiltrated the enemy. Go you. You're doing the Lord's work. Thank you, brother. I feel like people always get quiet during that part of the joke. Like, people don't like that part of the joke. You need to fucking relax and let me be great, first of all. Here's why, like, if anybody should be telling that joke, it's me. I have a white girlfriend, and she's hella chill about letting me empty the clip up in there, so I'm probably gonna have a mixed kid here soon, so, you guys are the one out there in all those single race relationships. Me and Melton out here making it happen for the mixed kids. Respect us. Oh gosh, you guys are fun. Here's another thing I don't like about Des Moines. I don't like Walmart in Des Moines. You guys have Walmarts here? Of course you do. Walmarts are everywhere, Dante. Don't be stupid. I saw a Walmart not long ago. I don't like Walmart. Like, you guys, I don't even call it Walmart anymore. I just call it the place white privilege goes to die. Every time I'm there, I'm like, man, y'all not doing it well. Do you have a White Lives Matter t-shirt in 3X? Because I need to support their movement, apparently. It's bad. I feel like if we dug up Dr. King and like brought him back to life and just dropped him off at Walmart on the south side of Des Moines, he's just like shake his head and get a big shit-eating grin and be like, nigga, this is the actual dream. White people doing terrible. This is what I couldn't say it at the speech, but this is what I really wanted. It was this. It was this right here. This is what I needed. I wanted this. This is what I wanted. Guys, I gotta be honest with you. I'm having a blast up here, but I'm only saying this stuff because like I got a few more months left before Donald Trump becomes president and I get murdered for telling these jokes. So I'm trying to get them all out now. I'm sad that he's gonna become president. Like, it makes me really, really sad. Like, I only hope it's Hillary. Do any of you here even like Hillary? Okay, hell yeah. I feel like Hillary's gonna do well. She's especially gonna do well with like people in DC, like people who associate her with Obama, because like she just falls in line with the typical Democratic presidential candidate's way of thinking. Like, I enjoy that about her myself. Like, she's gonna. There are people looking at her like, okay, this is just job security for me. Like, I wrote speeches for Obama, I'm gonna write speeches for Hillary, or I cut the grass for Obama, I'm cutting the grass for Hillary, or I was on his security detail, I'm gonna be on her security detail. The only person that's working for Obama is like, you know what? I don't know, man. Like, when Obama leaves, I'm leaving. Is the White House barber? He's like, no, unless she's gonna turn that lady mullet into a fade, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Wait a minute. Is it bencarson.com or org? What am I looking for? I'm kidding. That's not gonna happen. No, black people don't like Ben Carson. People told us we only voted for Barack because he was black. You see, we didn't fuck with Ben Carson. We're smart, is what we are. Here's the thing. I don't feel like Ben Carson should be allowed to be president because, like, every time I see Ben Carson on TV, like, he's standing up there talking to people and he's got his fucking eyes closed. Why wouldn't Ben Carson open his eyes? Every time I saw Ben Carson on TV, he was just standing there like, you know, the American people are tired of Barack Obama and his failed policies. And it's like, no, Ben Carson, you're tired. Why don't you take a nap before you come to these fucking events? You guys remember Dr. King from that joke I told earlier? I feel like if we dug him back up and explained Ben Carson to him, he'd shoot himself in the head. He'd be like, oh, and now I'm fucking with it. Oh, you're offended that the black guy told the Dr. King joke. Excuse me. Gee Willikers. Sorry. Didn't mean to offend you. Okay. Ben Carson is fucking terrible. I hope, you know what I'll vote for him for? If they make a version of Survivor where the person who gets the most votes gets murdered. You know, like, you know what? You got my vote, buddy. That's a joke. I don't want him to die. That was too far. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know. He just worried me. Like, there was one time Ben Carson was on TV and they asked him, like, they're like, hey, we've been having gun issues in this country. Have you ever had a gun pulled on you? He's like, yeah, had a gun pulled on me at a Popeyes organization, which is the least nigga shit that have ever happened in the world. A black dude calling Popeyes an organization. That is a chicken restaurant. They're not giving coats to homeless people during winter. They sell chicken, Ben Carson. And then, like, to make matters worse, they were like, okay, well, what happened? Like, what happened when they pulled the gun on you? What'd you do? He was like, I told him I'm not the one you want. You want the person at the cash register. Well, who doesn't want that guy for president? The guy who has a gun pulled on him and is like, whoop! What? Fuck yeah, I want him answering the phone when Al-Qaeda calls. Wait, you're gonna blow up the trade centers again? Have you heard of Toronto? Canada has a very nice Space Needle. I know where I'm at. I'm in a comic book store. You guys probably felt the burn, right? You wanted Bernie Sanders to be president? I'm sorry. Yeah, I did too. I caucused for him, wanted him to win. I thought it would be dope if we had elected him because we made history when we elected Barack. He was the first black president. We could have elected Bernie Sanders, who, if he had been elected this November, going into the inauguration, he would have been the youngest person to ever be president. I don't know if you guys know that. Bernie Sanders is only 23 years old. That's not fun. That's true. It's just when you're a white dude and you actually care about black people, it really ages you. So that's been a struggle for him. I'm gonna do this tag and I do this joke. It's really terrible. So I can't even look at you guys. Every time you see a wrinkle on Bernie Sanders, it's just a hashtag black person who's been murdered unnecessarily. His skin looks like that because it's hashtag Sandra Bland. Yeah, guys, I didn't fucking do this stuff to her. It was people who look like some other people in here, not me. You know why his hair looks the way it does? It's so white. It's because the color he uses is hashtag Alvin Sterling silver, and he uses hashtag Eric Garnier Fructis shampoo. It's important to say their names. That's what the point of it was, not to drown you guys out. Whoa, like how I spun that one out, don't you? Deal with it. I love my people. Black Lives Matter, and I'm proud. Hell yeah, brother. That being said, before I go, I gotta tell you guys, I'm voting for Barack again. I don't give a shit. I know he can't win. Fight me. I'm voting for Barack Obama again. I'm gonna write him in. Here's why. He's been giving too much shit. Every time I turn around, people are giving the president shit. I don't like it. Last year, Barack Obama went on the WTF podcast with Mark Maron to promote the healthcare.gov website, which is dope because young people listen to podcasts. It was a really smart thing. We should have celebrated the fact that he was the first president to think outside the box that way, to use technology to reach the youth. And instead, I just heard people giving him shit because when he was on the podcast, he said the word nigger. Like, it upset me so much that old white dudes on Fox News were giving Barack Obama shit about saying nigger. Like, how dare you? You got some nerve. Like, beside that fact, like, he went on a podcast. Like, that's dope. What kind of balls do you have to be like, okay, they're not paying attention to what we've been trying. We're going to try something new and go directly to them. That's fucking dope. We need to celebrate that. The fact that he had enough foresight to even go on a podcast, especially when you consider that against the fact that he's got to be at least like the 44th president to say nigger. So why are we making a big deal of that? All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. I'm Dante. Thank you so much.
Every Sunday, most important, it's different every week, new comics, new theme, so come out, tell your friends, support the show, that helps us the most.
Round of applause for Universe Games, by the way.
Yeah, let's do all the comics we saw tonight. We also have a donation bucket over there. If you want to throw a few dollars in there, it's helpful to us. The show's free, so whatever you can give is great.
And sketches online on Facebook and YouTube. Check that out.
Yeah,
like the page.
Sketches. Yeah, that's it, guys. Did you have fun tonight? Cool. One more time for everybody. Cool. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night. Have a good night.
How are you, man? Good. I've seen you in a long time. Yeah.
Let's Work us on Facebook for home friends you see. Or paper for your English class. You just have to get or a reason for your dream job. Or a message to your crush on the dating site. The point is that you have important keys each and every day. And whether you're an English professor or an English learner, we all can use a second pair of eyes and also make sure we're always going to be the best foot forward. And grammar, already.